up, y'all? Boss Nation Beauty back with another video. If you haven't already by the title, yes, your girl did a holiday makeup look. So before I get into the video, Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope everyone is enjoying their lovely Christmas and enjoying their family on this lovely Wednesday as well. So again, Merry Christmas. Now this makeup look. I actually freehanded, and I really don't freehand makeup like that. I usually just have like a style in my head or something, and this time I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna play in the makeup as I film myself doing this video with red. So, and of course I'm not really a fan of red lipstick, but this video of course, the makeup turned out so amazing, and I actually love it because, you know, your girl is truly a clear lip gloss girl. But like I'm saying, for the red lips to look so good with the makeup look, it really just turned out so good. And I probably said that like multiple times because it does look good, and I can't stop looking at myself because but on that note, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and to turn on your post notifications. If you have done those 5, you are amazing. And again, on that note as well, let's get into this video. Hi everyone, so first I am just going to be using my Profusion Mixed Metals Peach palette, the color Outspoken, and it's like this reddish color, but then I'm also using my eyeshadow brush as well to do the crease. Next, I am using my Wet n Wild blender brush to blend out the color Outspoken and make sure it is showing very bright, because this color was like a reddish burgundy-ish color. As I finish blending the Outspoken color out, I am just going to be using my Profusion Cellar 2 palette, color Ecstatic, and this is orangey color, and I'm just going to be applying that over the color Outspoken. And then of course I'm just going to be using the other side of the brush that came with the palette and blending out that Ecstatic color. Now I am just going to be using my Revolution palette deep brown color and just using my eyeshadow brush and going back in with my crease. But it was like I really didn't like it that much, and so I just went back in with the color Outspoken and used my blender brush to blend out the Outspoken color again, because it was a little too spicy and I really didn't like all that spice, if that make any sense. I am just going to be going back in the same palette using this color called 3 Wishes, so Make a Wish, and I'm just going to be using this color to do my cut crease, and there I go with doing the U, the upside down U. But I did start using this other color. It was pink and I just did not like it, so I just started using the color 3 Wishes to do my cut crease. Now I am just going back in with the color Outspoken for the 3rd time, and I'm just going to be using it in my cut crease so it can blend in with the color 3 Wishes. Okay, so now I'm just using my Maybelline Fit Me Foundation, and I just apply a little bit on my hand before I apply it to my face using my E.l.f. foundation brush. And I always say it's little dots that I apply to my face, and I'm just going to be using one of my sponges, handheld sponges, and I love using this sponge because it comes in handy so well, and I freaking love it, because I also have a medium handheld sponge that I will be using, and I love that too because it gets in places that a big sponge could not get. And yeah. Okay, so now I am just going to be using my sponge, blender sponge, and I'm just going to remove all the excess foundation that's probably on my face, so my face does not look blotchy. And I do this on my neck and my face and my forehead as well. But when I do this, I actually have setting spray, and I just spray my sponge and then use it on my face. Now Now y'all know I love my Revolution concealer. This concealer, I say forever, is my lifesaver because it's so soft and smooth. But when I'm applying it, I just move it closer to my nose. So when it's time to me apply my bronzer, it'll really give that nice nose job that I like. Do you see what I mean when I say this concealer is my lifesaver? Like, blending it out is just, it looks so good and it blends in with my skin perfectly. I recommend everyone to get this concealer, like seriously. Now I am using my bronzer makeup stick, and when I'm using this, sometimes I'll heat it up because it is a makeup stick, and I'm using one of my old eyeshadow brushes to get my nose right, if that makes sense. Or sometimes I'll use an angle brush when applying the bronzer to my nose. So I'm just going to be going back in with that same old eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to be applying it to my cheekbones to give my face more detail, and you won't ever see my double chin. Now I'm just going to be using my bronzer palette and an old blender brush to use for contouring, and I'm just going to contour my nose as I was doing earlier, but now I'm just going to be blending using my contour palette to do so. I also do the same thing on my cheekbones as well, but I'm just using a bigger brush to do so. Okay, so I'm going to be using my NK Perfection finishing powder and a sponge, a cosmetic wedge sponge, to apply the finishing powder under my eyes. And you see I applied a little bit on my nose because we still want that perfect nose. Yeah, so I decided to try something different and use one of my blender sponges to blend out the finishing powder, but it just wasn't really working for me. So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna stick to using my brush. So I'm gonna be using my E.l.f. finishing powder, and there is that brush I was talking about, my contour brush. I love using this brush so much, but I'm going to be using this brush to apply my E.l.f. finishing powder. So I'm just going to be using my Almay makeup palette, but the highlight, and I'm just going to be applying it to my brow bone, but I'm also using a flat brush to do so. Okay, so I'm just going to be using my Profusion's Eyes and Cheek palette, but I'm going to be using the highlight color Diamonds, and I like using my finger to apply the highlight. I don't know why, I just like doing it that way. But then I also apply it on my nose as well using my finger. Like I said, you know, I think it's just a personal thing. Instead of me using a brush, I just like using my finger. So now I'm just going to be using my red lip liner, but along with my red lip gloss, aka Shanghai Sizzle. Such a pretty red color, and I actually loved it because it did not stain my lips at all. And that is a wrap. I really hope you enjoyed my holiday makeup look. Merry Christmas, everyone, and don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and to turn on your post notifications. Bye, nations.